Hi, my name is Jolie Pollard and I am the founder and formulator behind IKOOMA, a Belizean seaweed hair care brand. And today I want to show you how I'm going to use seaweed or sea moss. I'm going to take a tablespoon of this Blue Nutrients sea moss, and so let's look at it. So looking at this blonde sea moss, I just want you to notice how clean it is. It also smells really great. That didn't just happen like that. It's because the farmers who produce this product really take their time to nurture this seaweed and clean it properly with just fresh water, and then it's dried in the sun. It really just takes a lot of artisanal skill to get you this level of quality. So I can tell you that I have been using this product for so many years, and I trust it enough to put it in very premium hair care products. It is really beautiful, and let's show you how to prepare it. So I have a tablespoon here, and I'm going to take just some of this seaweed and show you what a tablespoon of it looks like. So about what I have in my hand, about half of that. So here I have a tablespoon of dried sea moss, and I'm going to put it in a little bowl. And now what I want to add to this, 1 tablespoon of dried sea moss is just about 1.3 cups of hot water. This is the tablespoon of dried sea moss that was soaked in 1.3 cups of hot water. So this is what it looks like after it reconstitutes. Now if you touch this, you'll notice it's very slippery. Seaweed is very hydrating, and this is why it's so wonderful in hair care and skincare. Now to get a really smooth gel, I like to just take this reconstituted sea moss and put it in the blender. So the sea moss is in the blender. We have our blended sea moss, a small pot. So I'm just going to pour this in the pot. That 1 tablespoon of dried Blue Nutrient sea moss with 1.3 cups of hot water, and it's been soaked, blended, and now I'm going to put it over the stove. And this is so we can really achieve that gel consistency that we want to use in our Belizean classic Mr. Cleveland Berry Seaweed Punch. So I have my sea moss on the stove, sea moss, seaweed on the stove, and I am stirring it constantly because I don't want it to burn at the bottom. So just look out for those little bubbles, because when it starts to boil, then you can take it off the stove. I have here the sea moss, which I will be preparing as a shake later, but we want to put it to cool before we can do that. So I am taking our yield from that 1 tablespoon of dried sea moss and 1.3 cups of hot water, and then that was subsequently boiled after soaking for a few hours. And this is we're going to pour this back into our bowl. So here we have our final sea moss solution prepared with just 1 tablespoon of Blue Nutrients dried sea moss, and so that was soaked in 1.3 cups of warm water and then blended and then transferred to a tiny pot and brought to a boil. And so what we have yielded here from that 1 tablespoon of dried sea moss is about 1 cup of this liquid sea moss that will convert into a thick gel once it has cooled in the refrigerator. So we're going to put this to cool in the refrigerator and make a classic Belizean seaweed punch. But the sea moss is out of the fridge, and I am so excited because this proportion of water to the dried sea moss worked out beautifully. So Blue Nutrients is right on target with the instructions on the back of the package. That will definitely not fail you. So this is what the gel looks like. It is so thick. Look at this. And it's only cooled in the fridge for about 1 hour.